Hey, what it do? What
It
it do? What
is.
it do? This is your boy Pocho1. We in the building. I got my boy right here is taking over the whole Bay Area. Please introduce yourself, my brother.
Yes, sir, man. I go by Quez. They call me the Quez Show on my Instagram, man. From the Bay Area. I'm 24 years old. I do YouTube, acting, Instagram, skits, all that. So, yeah, that's how we doing it.
Hell yeah, bro. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you stopping by, man. Instagram has been become so sensitive. I don't know if you have you got in trouble lately.
I've been getting in trouble for even texting, like on lives. If I say something, if I call like somebody crazy, or it don't even be no cuss words in it, it's saying I'm violating their community guidelines, or they block me off Instagram Live. I was like, that's why I'm trying to move myself to Twitter or something because Instagram is getting too sensitive for me, man. That's why I
It's
don't
like
like posting
Instagram's
on
getting
Instagram.
sensitive. Yeah, Instagram's getting sensitive. YouTube's like I heard YouTube gets crazy too if you get too, you know what I mean? I'm like, man, we gotta create our own shit eventually.
Man,
But
that's what I'm
you know what I
saying.
mean?
That's
Here we
why
are.
on YouTube too, man. They it's like certain stuff you can't really post on there, or they'll try to flag it down. So
Hell
yeah.
yeah, hell yeah. Well, let's get into it, my boy. Who are you? Where are you from? And what do you do? Let's do one more just in case for the people just getting in.
Alrighty. Who am I?
Yeah.
My name is Quez, the Quez Show, as you case. What do I do? I do comedy skits on Instagram. I do YouTube on Instagram. Really just started too on YouTube as well because I'm trying to switch it up, and I also like to act. I also like do like casting calls for acting and stuff like that. And from the Bay Area, Richmond, California,
The
and yeah,
rich. Shout out.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Richmond, man. Trying to put on for my city because only person that really put on was I Am Sue. That really came out of the Bay Area like
Oh,
that from Richmond. Really. So yeah, shout out
hey,
to my
right
boy I Am
on.
Sue, man.
Hey, Richmond has another vibe to it, bro. Because I lived in
Man,
East Oakland, but I never, when I went over to Richmond, I was like, oh, where are we at, man? This shit feels a little
man,
different.
man, exactly.
Hey,
Yeah, I do.
tell me a little bit about tell me a little bit about like growing up. Probably like how I caught you was the one you did with Neff the Pharaoh, and I just thought it was so sick because there's this little part in there. It's to me, it's like these little parts that are real funny. When 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 you were asked who's the greatest rapper right now in the Bay Area, but you were
Yeah,
like, of course not you or whatever,
yeah.
because he was like, not me. And then, oh, I was just like, ooh, that shit was funny. And that was cool as fuck, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, he
it
hella
was
cool,
just
man.
funny
Shout out to
because,
him,
you know
man.
what I mean?
Yeah, shout out to him, man.
Hey,
For sure.
yeah, that's the first time I saw I caught on to it. And I was like, oh man, well, this fool's doing something different. And there's a lot of people doing shit in LA, you feel me? But I was like, man, I'm happy to see people, doing their thing in the Bay. We gotta support each other.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Tell me a little bit about how you came off the porch, kind of like, I mean, for a lot of people, they turn to hate, and a lot of people, I've been interviewing people that come from the same place, kind of that I grew up somewhat, and turn to comedy, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's better to laugh than to cry sometimes. But just tell me a little bit
Yeah.
about how you came to comedy.
Okay. Well, honestly, as when I was little, I always wanted to be like famous, like literally, like or like be somebody funny, or just just do videos. I really started doing videos when I was in what I want to say, like the beginning, like middle school, going to high school. I used to do like these little rap little scenes, like basically like it'd be like Lil Wayne or Drake, and I'll like copy, like do a music video, but like they with their words on there, and to act like I'm Lil Wayne or Drake, but we like it's me and my partner, so we'll act like we them, and we just doing a music video, like we cutting and edited like we Drake and Lil Wayne, like literally, like we did the whole song, like the whole song, like we was at board, but then I started doing like funny videos, like when I started high school, like 19th grade and really that's yeah I really wanted to go like more towards the like acting scene,
Yeah.
but I needed somewhere to where I can get like a buzz, or where can I start at to where people can see me. So when I really started kicked off like on Instagram, it was like 2017. It was me and my partner. We was doing like these little funny rap videos, and we were just like saying just stupid stuff, just saying anything, just rapping about anything. And then it was like a lot of people
Yeah.
caught on to that. We went viral. We went viral off that, and ever since then, just like a lot of rappers have been messing with us. Like a lot of rappers, like Haiti Baby, Nepta Pharaoh, I Am Sue. Like mostly, almost every Bay Area rapper know who he is to this day still. So yeah, that's really when it where it really started. At how I really got off the porch is really like around 2017 because all because we was bored and we had nothing to do. So it was like, man, let's make a video or something. Or just like bored, like bro, we
Do
don't got nothing
something.
else to do. Let's do something, man. We made one video. That shit went viral when everybody started watching it because like nobody in the Bay Area was doing that around that time. Like nobody in the Bay Area was
Yeah,
doing really
that's what I'm saying.
comedy and stuff like that. So it was like, man, why not? Why not do this?
There
Because
was those
we
guys in
nobody.
Sacramento for a little bit. They were on YouTube for a minute and they were doing a lot of college stuff. Forgot their name. But no, not like at your level. Not like at it with the hip hop twist to it. You feel me? That's what
Yeah,
got me into it.
yeah. I try to do like different stuff, you know. And also, I
Shout out
don't
to
want to
Long
just
Beach
be.
Carlos.
But yeah, I don't also want to be just doing it in the Bay Area. I also want to travel. I also do want to go to LA too,
Yeah.
Vegas and like Atlanta
Hell
and like
yeah.
Houston and like stuff like that. Because I know YouTubers too that's like in Atlanta and like Houston and stuff like that. So I can collab with them and stuff. So yeah. So I'm just trying to start my YouTube
Hey,
off from here and then move it somewhere else.
yeah, yeah. And then now, even with YouTube being so hard to, it was a lot easier to be a YouTuber before, you know what I mean? And now it's like, because
Oh
everybody
man.
wants to be one. I get it, you know what I mean?
Honestly, I'll say if I knew all the stuff really as I know today, I would have been trying to be a YouTuber. Like the first thing I would have probably tried to do was do YouTube because it was so easy back in the days to get on YouTube for sure. For sure, if I'd have known that, if I
Yeah,
can go
man.
back
Me-
with all the information I had, I for sure would do YouTube.
Yeah, bro, me
I,
too, homie. I got into it for a minute, but then I just didn't take it. Because the thing is, I'm a professional photographer, so that like you get money straight away doing that, you know what I mean? So anything else is just kind
yeah,
of for
doing
fun, you feel
photography
me?
for sure.
So
Yeah,
yeah, so sometimes I do. So I would start, but then I started doing randomly started doing radio, bro, and that shit just it was dope, because it's just being yourself, you don't gotta do nothing but be yourself, and it's your opinion, and it's
yeah,
this, that. And I like to talk shit and fuck around, and I grew up, what it do, American Cholo? That's right. That's the real podcast. That's a real big podcast, my boy, and like 30, 40,000 people following him. But thank you, bro, for the love, man. We just starting. But yeah, man. And so so I've been wanting, so I got onto the radio and that shit was dope, but you couldn't be yourself, so I was like, there was commercials, you couldn't cuss. And it's like every time we try to create, some kind of thing, like we're too raw, but I was like, you guys, the reason why why my show is the most popular is because I'm live, I'm raw, so
yeah.
if I can't be my full self, you know what I mean? So then that's why I think podcasting and all of this stuff is dope because we get to be ourselves, you know what I mean?
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah, dog. This shit right here was funny, dog, about the 10 years.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
That
yeah. I
shit
ain't gonna
was
lie.
great. Hey,
That
so that's
that
that,
that
that's my
shit was
next
dope.
question. That's my next question. How do you come up with this shit? You feel me?
Honestly, I'm gonna keep it real. This would damn near every YouTubers be doing. They take like ideas and stuff, and then they do it. They like put it your own way. Because it can be somebody that's
Yeah.
saying like, "What's 5 years?" or however the case. I just do a lot of research on what's like trending and what's viral, and do stuff like that, like trending stuff, and then I'll make my own stuff up as I go. Like what's something that somebody never did before? You know what I'm saying? On YouTube, like what's some
Yeah.
I'm trying to think outside the box, like or to make that a trend. That can also make you go viral too. So like, okay, well, nobody never did this, so let me do this to see how that's gonna work. But that video right there, I seen a
Hell
lot
yeah.
of trends of that. I just wanted to do it just to see how many people will get that wrong because I just seen a lot of people just get it wrong, and I be thinking it's fake. so I had to do it myself, and that was
and then your
yeah.
little when you the whole crowd slaps themselves.
Oh yeah, yeah. Then them right
Hey,
there,
that's
yeah,
like,
them. That was the funniest one to me. I ain't gonna lie, because it was the first people I interviewed, and when she said 31, I
oh,
think she, that was the yeah, that was. I ain't gonna lie,
yeah,
because
she went
I liked
over.
it, that video.
Uh, yeah, dude, that shit was tight, though. Hey, shout out to my homegirl Juanita. Thanks for being so nice to me. She's watching while she's doing the dishes. Um, for sure, for sure. So like, because I was seeing like, have you heard of the Nelk Boys
I
and
don't
Full
think so.
Send? They're white boys with like one black dude. You ever heard of them? Nelk, Nelk, Full Send. They be doing like pranks, all kinds of shit. Have you ever gotten
I
into
probably
pranks, or are
seen
you
it,
more
probably
into?
seen it before. Honestly, I'm trying to get into pranks, bro. It's like, but I'm
Cause I
still
feel
trying
like
to
you
get
could
into
do
the
that too.
public interviews. In the public interviews, man, I like the public interviews because it just be so much fun to interact with other people, and it's just like, man, it's just I like the public interviews more than the pranks. But yeah, for sure, gonna do pranks. I'm gonna do a lot of stuff on YouTube. That's why I'm like taking a break right now,
I just,
but I'm for sure gonna get back to it.
hey, how do you? What about like if there's a term in media called if it bleeds, it leads. So that's why you
Mm.
always see bad news basically, shot this. And so but how do you kind of like have fun but also it seems like you're doing shit that's kind of dope. Like I don't know explain it. It's just not on some like hater shit like how a lot of people make money or get popular off clout, hating on each other, kind of trolling a
Mm-hmm.
little. Um have you ever thought about kind of going into the negative, like kind of hate, like tripping on people a little bit, or I don't know, doing things that can create those viral moments, or do you think it's better to kind of do it? I feel like you're doing it the right way. You know what I mean? Just funny shit. It's funny. Funny is funny. You don't got to
Yeah,
throw extras
see,
on it.
yeah, see, look, me, I'm just gonna do it the right way. I'm not gonna try to get into the, hate to get because I don't want that negative energy on me. You know, feel me? Just to get, I'm not trying to get that type of clout. You feel me? Trying to get that positive clout, like, oh, he's doing his thing. You feel me? He funny. He going crazy. He doing his stuff. So that's the only type of clout I really would want to see is that I'm doing it the right way because I don't try to get into the hating and doing all that. Nah, see, like that's doing a lot. That's doing a lot.
And and while there is a lot right now, there seems to be a lot of funk in in Northern California, but also like, how do you deal with that? Be in between, like, oh, you're gonna fuck with this guy, but you didn't fuck with this guy, or do you deal with any of that yet, or you kind of everything is positive for the most part?
Honestly, bro, I do not care. If you mess with me, I'm gonna mess with you. That's how I go about it. I'm not in no politics. I don't do none of that gang banging shit. I don't do none of that. If you mess with me, I'm gonna mess with you. If that's how we just gonna do it like that, because I'm not into no. I'm gonna mess with him because you feel me? Because he doing this, and I'm not gonna mess with you because he don't like you. You feel me? Like I'm not that type of person. Like, bro, I'm gonna mess with anybody that's gonna mess with me. That's not. That's basically not giving you, options. That's closing your options up because
Yeah.
if one person don't like them, and then you feel me, like no, I don't like that. I'm gonna mess with anybody that want to mess with me, and that's simple as that. I'm not into that picking sides.
Oh yeah. Hey, so then how, do you remember kind of when you first start? Like, where did you first start? Was it like when you were chopping with your homies talking shit to each other? Where did you because I feel like you got like even in hip hop, you got to be kind of fast, ready to hit back. So where did you get kind of your vibe? Because all and also like you got to be social. So where did you get that kind of personality to be able to? Because actually sometimes I can be shy sometimes actually. Motherfuckers think I'm hella social. Sometimes I'm shy. But where did you get your person? Where do you feel like you kind of you know what I mean? Got that? There's levels to this shit. There's like us. We'll think about doing a podcast, or I'll think about doing, but then we start doing it. You know what I mean? And what kind
hmm
of make? Where do you think you got that from?
Myself, bro, just saying fuck it. What's the worst thing anybody can say, bro? That's what's in my head. Like, bro, okay. Say if I want to do public interviews, sometimes I ain't gonna lie, that shit can be scary too. Like trying to go up to somebody and ask them you want to be on a YouTube video, you know what I'm saying? But still, in my head, I'm like, bro. The only thing they can say is
Fuck
no
it.
and be like, all right, cool. Still follow me on Instagram if you want to see my YouTube. Simple. That's all I do, bro. I'll be like, it shouldn't be nobody trying to get at me sideways because I'm just asking, can you be in the YouTube video? That's like a mental thing, bro. They'd be shy to just go up there and just say, can you be in my YouTube video? It's gonna be a funny question or whatever the case may be. I can't tell you the question because it's not gonna be funny. So, but it's like that's in my head. I'm like, the worst thing they can say is, no, I'm good, but they can still follow me. So if they want to watch it, that's cool with me. That's what, like, that's in my head every time I'm about to do a YouTube video. That's just in my head. Like, all right, I'm about to go do this because I'm finna just fuck it. I'm finna let's go do this right now for real.
Hell yeah. Hey, who's some of your top comedians that you fuck with?
Whoo, top comedians. Uh.
And then I got a follow up.
Let me. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Kevin Hart, man. I like Kevin Hart for sure. That's
Yeah.
one of the top new comedians
I
that I
feel
like. Kevin Hart, Cat Williams for sure. I don't care what anybody say. Cat Williams is funny. I don't care. Cat Williams for sure all the time. Cat
I think
Williams,
that fool's
Kevin Hart.
hilarious, fool. Especially
Oh
that
yeah.
first one.
Oh yeah, for sure. I like the Pimp Chronicles. All his, bro. The old
He
shit,
he
bro.
he's underrated. He deserves more.
For
You
sure
know what I mean?
underrated. For
I
sure.
feel
For
like he
sure.
deserves
Because
more, dog. He's definitely underrated.
oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, that's really my top. Who I really started watching was like Cat Williams. When I started seeing like comedy and shit like that, it was Cat Williams for sure. Like back in the
Yeah, yeah.
days.
What do you think about what Dave? What do you think about Dave Chappelle and everything he's
Oh yeah,
kind of
Dave
going through?
Chappelle too. Oh yeah, for sure, Dave Chappelle too. When he used to have his TV show and stuff like that, bro, that's just I'm telling you, him too, for sure. Dave Chappelle. That's a lot of comedians out there, bro. For sure. Bernie Mac, all
When
them
he
for
walked
sure.
out, bro, he walked out and he said, "I ain't scared of you, motherfuckers."
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that shit made me happy. That shit is
Man.
crazy. Hey, hey, how has the pandemic been on you? Are you good? You straight? Your family? Whatever you want to share? Motherfuckers
Yeah,
always be
yeah,
tripping
yeah.
on each other. Nobody even checks in, make sure everybody's all right.
Oh yeah, I always check on my people. You know what I'm saying? The pandemic, it's been cool. Been rough a little bit since that shit started. I ain't gonna lie, that shit really messed up people like in jobs and shit when it first started. But as of then, it's
It
been
fucked up
cool.
my
You know
whole
what I'm saying?
shit, homie.
Man, I'm already knowing. I'm already knowing.
I
Messed up
was a
then
fucking,
everybody
I
stuff.
was the event. Hell yeah, I was the event photographer, homie. That shit was, man, I was fucking doing my fucking thing, dog. But you know what I mean? The whole thing at the same time though is like, we're all alive, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? The ones that are still here, you know what I mean? Now we gotta push forward and make
Yeah,
this motherfucking shit happen. Because we're about to get
man,
outside. I do think the once that we come out, we finally gonna come out. You know what I mean? God willing.
for sure.
So hey, so tell me what's next, bro? What's crack? What are your plans for in the next, 2, 3 months?
Man, 2022, man. I'm coming hard, man. For especially for YouTube, bro. It's gonna be a lot of more public interviews. It's gonna be a lot of I'm doing pranks, a lot of collaborations too as well with a couple YouTubers. You feel me? And really traveling, bro, and really just trying to collab and get with the people. You know what I'm saying? So they can like spread some wisdom on me. What's how I do this on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So they give me the good ideas for sure. But yeah,
Hell yeah.
2022 for sure. I'm
How
finna.
do you keep going?
Oh yeah, for 2022 for sure, I'm going hard, man. For sure.
How do you kind of like, when it's like you see all these other people with all these views, all of this, how do you kind of mentally go through it? Because for me, I've always been somebody like fuck it, fuck it. Because I used to be when I was in the streets, I'd be like fuck it, fuck it, fuck it. So why not say fuck it for things that could change my life, And in the end, it's
Yeah.
fun anyway. So how do you go through kind of the hills and valleys of it, Because you see Joe Rogan right now, 100 million, and he was already a celebrity when he started, so it's a lot different. But he did do it
Mhm.
for 10 years before he got his big bag, in his eyes,
Mhm.
because you got to remember he was already a little bit rich while he started,
Mm.
right? But in his like path to, his path, like it took him 10 years to create something that he could sell and change, the next generation of his family, basically. So
Yeah.
how do you deal with like the kind of the lows, especially when like Instagram and YouTube and all these things are starting to make it even harder to get views. What is it? I forgot what it's called, ghosting you or ghost whatever. Like I have one page, bro, that when I turn my live on, I only have 1,000 followers on that page, and I turn my live on, and it only shows that like I have almost as much people online as my main
Mm.
page. So there's some funny shit going down. So how do you go through that part? Like the fucking, like when it's not as cracking.
Honestly, bro, I say, bro, I ain't gonna lie. When that happens, or how I really go through that, is really me. I'm just. You got to be consistent on everything, bro. Honestly, and people just got to see your work, and basically, I really don't care about the views about it. I'm doing my thing, so I'm just gonna keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. So, honestly, I really don't care about the views. Honestly, I feel like I know it's gonna come one day. So if I'm being consistent on it and I'm just, keep doing it on top and just keep being on like really the trending stuff and all the stuff that, people will like to see and what people actually, see and hear. That's what I'm doing like my research on what people really like to see or really, really more engagement on that stuff. So it's like once I get to there and I know it's gonna be up from there, bro. That's why I'm like, I'm not even tripping off that. You got to start somewhere, for sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, that's my thing. It's like I could have waited. I was gonna wait for 2022, and I could have waited. I mean, yeah, and my thing was only off for a week. This time it wasn't like it didn't. It was just because I started unfollowing people too fast, people that just random pages, and
Mm,
they told me to stop or so I don't know some shit, but I was like, fuck it, man. I'm just gonna start. What I mean? Might as well just start. You know what I mean? On YouTube
man,
and we'll keep going because. You know what I mean? It's like when if you don't start, you know what I mean? When you know what I mean, you're just gonna keep talking about it, keep smoking, talking about it,
exactly. That's how it was when
bullshitting.
I was. That's how it was when I wanted to start YouTube, man. I'm like, damn, I'm gonna start doing YouTube, never do it, just procrastinate, do it like this. So I'm like, one day it's just like, man, I'm seeing all these people on YouTube. It's like, man, I could be just like them, just getting up, recording yourself, getting paid for it. So it's like, why not? And it's like something I like to do. I love to do. I love to record. I love to be on, camera and stuff like. It's not like just, oh, I just want to do it just for to get paid. No, I actually been doing this for a long time. So it's like, why not get paid for something that you love to do? Simple.
Yeah, exactly, man. Once I found photography, I was like, I wasn't even, I just did photography because I liked it for like more political, like, because I wanted to uplift my people when I was in college, but I
Mm,
never thought it was going to become a career. I had a whole nother, I was going to be a history professor, but then I was like, man, fuck it, let's make history. You know what I mean? So I shot in LA, I traveled all over the world, bro, went on war tours with Bruno Mars, all kinds of dope shit. And then I wanted to come back out here to help my people, kind of give back and see. I don't know, LA's
yeah,
dope, my boy, but at the same time, like, it can take you like it can just make you really just care about the views, really just care about who you're hanging out with
yeah,
if you don't catch your because you start to get success, bro, and it's addictive, you know what I mean? So you just gotta, with everything, you just gotta be a real one and keep your balance, you know what I mean? Keep your focus and know why you
yeah,
even
for
started,
sure,
you know what
for
I mean?
sure.
For sure, man. Well, hey, you got any quick shout outs and shit?
Ah, man, shout out to my hometown, Richmond, California, man. You know what I'm saying, shout out to you for having
Rich.
me on this stream, on this live, man. Thank you, appreciate it, man, for having me on here. Yeah, shout out, man. Just basically that, man. Shout out to everybody, man, that support me, that supports you, man. Shout out to everybody. Thank y'all for joining this thing, man. So yeah.
Yeah, man, and I appreciate you fucking with me right now in the beginning too. You know what I mean? Because this is literally my second one. And
Oh yeah,
yesterday
yeah,
that shit was fucked up because I was on a wrong internet. So what I mean, we'll keep coming back to it once because I feel like it's gonna build. You know what I mean? Just because how my
oh yeah, for
Instagram
sure.
build it. I was like at 9 or 10,000 when I started my interviewing, bro, and I've got like
Mm-hmm.
10,000 followers in like a year. You know what I mean on
Mm-hmm.
Instagram, but as the higher you go the more easy it is for people to like to report your page or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
So
yeah, for sure.
um So yeah, man. So yeah, everybody right here, it's gonna be his link's gonna be in the bio. Go check my boy out. Like, subscribe, turn notifications on, all that fucking shit. I'm still learning how to do all this shit. And shout out to
It's
everybody
all
that's fucking
good.
with us since the beginning. Again, Mr. American Cholo, shout out because that's like one of the really that's like a really big podcast for the Latino community. And for him to
Yeah,
stop by and say what's up, that they don't gotta do shit like that. So I
yeah,
appreciate you,
for
my
sure,
boy.
for sure.
And we out of here, people. Much love and respect.
Yes,
Peace.
sir.